Hey guys, what's going on? Hope everybody's having a good evening. It is Monday night, which means we're back live and got a hold of some guys. Hopefully they can come in and get on panel with us like they did last time, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Swamp Rat, Florida, what's up, bro? How you been? Give me a minute. I'm not running behind. I'm just got a lot of things going on. I'm trying to get everything squared away. How you been, brother? What's going on with y'all? RD, what's up? You want to come up on panel? Jeff, what's going on? Swamp Rat's trying to beat the heat. I got you. You're using the phone? Well, whatever. you RD, there's the link. So if you want to come up, just hit it. Come on up. You in Columbia got a new kayak. Yeah, I just saw the picture. I just saw that picture. We got 3 people in here. I'm assuming RD, Jeff, Swamp Rat. If y'all haven't already, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button right there on the bottom left hand side. I'd appreciate it. Art, Swamp Rat, I have no idea what the temperature was outside today. I personally have not left this office since 7 o'clock this morning. Add the stream. RD, you there? Whoop.
Yeah, I'm here. I just don't have a video
No worries.
driving down the road.
Yeah, you need to pay attention to what you're doing.
Went down to Columbia to pick up a new kayak.
What'd you get? Well, I saw it, so I don't know if you want to say what you got or if you want to do a video on that or what. So
I will do a video on it. So it's a sin just like that other one that didn't work out too good. But this is the hybrid, the one that I would say it looked more like a canoe, but I think they call it a hybrid. But it sits low. I actually put the dog in it with me, and then my little boy got in there with me. And I mean, it's like night and day difference on that other one.
Where'd you get it at?
Facebook Market.
I got you.
The guy he lived in Irmo, so he met me, and I actually did a test drive before purchasing this time.
I got you. Let's see. I'm going to say hello to some people. I know you're on the phone. You can't see anybody. You can't see chat. So we have a Dave. If I pronounce this right, Dave Karjar. Welcome. It's the first time I've seen your name in here. Welcome to the channel. Mark Larson's in the house. What's going on? Jeff is in the house. What's going on? How's Bougie? Bougie's doing okay. We had a little bit of a setback, and so I went and purchased some things to help her. I'll be putting the videos out on that a little bit later. But we're gonna go ahead and start with Bougie on the e-collar because she's getting a little. She's getting bougie. She's getting a little hard-headed. She is definitely getting hard-headed. We're going to be putting her on an e-collar. I wanted to start it today. I got it over the weekend, and I ended up going to Atlanta to watch the Braves game. By the way, guys, that was my first Major League Baseball game I've ever been to. I had a blast.
That's a beautiful stadium, too.
Yeah, and I had a blast. I mean, I really did. I mean, the first 2 innings, they hit 4 home runs. I mean, what can you can't ask for anything better. The first pitch to the Atlanta Braves smacks one out. Local Life, what's going on, my brother? Hey, Local Life, you want to come up on panel with me tonight? I got RD, who's also from South Carolina. He's up in Lancaster. And you're more than welcome to come up. All you got to do is tell me. Let's see here. How do I like the new baseball? The new rules. I tell you what, it was a fast game. It was 2 hours and I think it was 2 hours and like 45 minutes, and the game was over. I'll tell you what I don't like about it. And I know, guys, it's a duck hunting channel, but I had my son bought the tickets for Father's Day for me. Me and him and a friend of his went. I don't keep up with baseball. I'm not a fanatic about the game, but I do like to watch it. And it was very, very fast. What I didn't like was when they sang the national anthem, the players did not line up. They did not line up. That kind of bothered me. Now the stadium was singing. The stadium was singing, but the players weren't lined up. I'll tell you, that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit being a veteran. I mean, to each his own. You don't have to. There's no law that says you have to. But I think it's just respect. Other than that, I had a good time. I really did have a good time. Let's see here. All right, so we're gonna get back into RD. Can you hear me? I know you got your mic muted.
I do. I can hear you.
So you test drove this boat before you got it.
I sure did.
You liked it better?
I did not want another Titanic.
That was funny. Of course, I knew the other day what was going to happen because we had talked about it. But but watching it, man, was just hilarious.
I mean, did you see the second? Obviously, the first flip, but the second one that when I'm paddling, did you see how easy it was? Just the water just come right over like it just, and then it went down in the back just like the Titanic.
Yep. All right, Local Life says eating supper right now. All right, no problem. Yeah, you went down quick. I mean,
and it's not like I ain't never hunted out of one before either. So I mean,
right.
I mean, I wasn't a rookie by no means.
But it was funny. I mean, it was just hilarious, dude. I knew it was coming. I mean, 'cause like I said, we had talked about it, and Mark is saying, I knew you'd probably get rid of that other kayak. You're right, Jeff. there is no respect for the flag anymore. I will say that there was, when I looked, I didn't look around the stadium because had to turn around to face the flag. But before I did, I mean, none of the players lined up. I mean, they were not lined up. There was a couple of them standing up, but they weren't lined up like they normal, like I'm used to watching them do it.
I want to go down there and see the Savannah Hannah Bananas or the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, I do too.
The tickets are already sold out for the rest of the year.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt if they're not sold out for next year.
But my boss went down there, and I don't quote me on it, but we're just gonna say tickets are $30. It's all you can eat: hot dogs and hamburgers. Like the food with it. I mean, it's unbelievable. I love watching their videos.
Oh, those guys are nuts. Well, he didn't look very athletic, did he? No, he didn't. Jay Bridgers, how you doing, Jay? I think it's the first time I've seen you in the chat tonight. Welcome to the chat. I'm assuming you're talking about RD flipping his kayak. No, he did not look very athletic. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. I mean, dude, I'm fat. I ain't gonna lie. No. I mean, you watch my video, you know I'm fat. But there's no way I'm getting in a kayak. No, I won't even get into a P-row anymore. And there's very few, even some of the creek boats I won't even get into. Now I would use a kayak to like for me, a kayak and a P-row are for hauling stuff, not hauling yourself. If I had a kayak, I'd keep it in the big boat, and when I get to where I'm going, put all my stuff in it and drag it behind me.
I looked at the Creek Boat brand. It's creekboats.com.
Mm-hmm.
They got some really nice fishing and hunting boats. I mean, they're kind of set up for that. They're not really kayaks. They're more set up for hunting
right.
out of. And their main places in, I think, it starts with an A. It's on the other side of Charlotte, Monroe, Albemarle or something like that.
That's on the coast, Albemarle.
Well, that might not be it then. It was only an hour away from me, and I know it was only like 30, 40 minutes from Charlotte, so it was up there. But that's where they make them, and they have a place in Florence. They told me that there's a dealer in Florence that sells them, and I saw a good many on Facebook Market in the Florence region for sale. But I mean, they start about $1,000 up.
Yeah. And Local Life is saying he loves his Warrior boat. And I like Warrior boats. I've been in one. But there's no way I'm getting into a kayak. I can't, I just can't do it. Irby Street sells them, which is the Ace Hardware in Florence. I believe is on Irby. Is that on? No, that's not on Irby Street. Is it? Or is it? I can't remember. But the place on Irby Street sells them in Florence.
I think that might have been the name of it down there, because I did look it up. But that last kayak is like some of them videos you see them people getting on them horses and stuff, and the horse throws them off because they weigh too much. That's that's what the kayak did. It said nope and kicked me off.
Oh yeah, it was funny.
Well, I'm glad to know that I've made a couple people laugh this week.
Charles Holden, how you doing, buddy? He says he has a Creek Boat M80. Yeah, that's if I'm gonna get something like that, I'm gonna be getting like a Creek Boat or a Warrior Boat. I want something that's it's a lot more stable than a kayak. Irby Street Sporting Goods sales the Creek and Warrior boats. I stand up in my Warrior. I don't think you can turn it over. Mark is saying he's got a cheap kayak. He's fishing out of it Saturday. He goes, he's rolled it. Yeah, I just for me now. I mean, if I was like pulling a kayak through some shallow water, like 6 to 8 inches marsh or something, and it's low grass or something, I'd pull it behind me and then use it for a layout boat. But doing what you're doing, whew, oh. Well, guys, all that are coming in, RD is in the panel tonight. He is on the phone driving back from picking up a boat, and I really don't blame him for not having his video on. He's got to pay attention to the road.
I just don't want anything to get another demonetized reason for YouTube. Unsafe driving conditions.
Unsafe driving conditions, yeah. But let's see here. I was Backlash Fisherman. What's going on? Welcome back. Jeff Barris is saying that the Nebraska State Duck Calling Contest is this Saturday. Cool beans. Are you going to enter the contest, Jeff, or are you going to go watch it? Yeah, okay. Real quick, for those that are in South Carolina or close, I don't know how many. I know that I know a few people are in here. But anyway, myself and RD are going to be down at the well, it used to be called the Indigo Gun Club. I think it's now called the Watery Gun Range. It's on Highway 378 between Sumter and Columbia. We're going to be down there Saturday morning about 9 o'clock. We're going to be doing a little bit of shooting. No, it's not going to be an exhibition. It's just we're going to be out there tuning up. And so if any of y'all are close and want to join us, just come on out. Like I said, we'll be there. The doors open at 9, and we're going to be out there.
You going to bring Bougie?
I don't know if I'm going to bring Bougie because it's a Saturday or not. I don't know how many people are going to be showing up, Saturday morning.
Uh-huh.
If we were doing it Friday, then I would definitely bring her Friday. But
you think they allowed? You think dogs are allowed?
Yeah, I've already asked them.
Okay. Well,
as long as I keep her on a leash.
I might bring mine just to be around the noise.
See, Jeff is not. They won't let him blow in the contest in Nebraska. They won't let it because he has won 3, and that's the limit. Whoa, good job, bro.
Heck of a job.
They don't have a champion of champions contest, or have you won that 3 times in a row too? Kylie Riffle. How you doing? Welcome. The first time I think I've seen you. Welcome to the channel. But I'm looking at the Delta Waterfowl magazine. I just got in the mail the other day. And those of y'all that keep up with the conditions and whatnot, looks like good to excellent conditions for the Atlantic Flyway. As we move west, I'd say the Mississippi and Central, you're going to have fair to good. It looks like some spots will be excellent, but fair to good for the most part. And the same all the way across. So, but the Atlantic Flyway is looking good this year.
You know, something I thought of in the past week is what is all these fires doing in Canada right now affecting the waterfowl?
Yeah, if it's in the prairie regions, man, it's going to be even in the boreal forest, it's going to be affecting them.
I mean, I wonder if they pushing. Is it like pushing the birds now, or I mean, is it?
No, well, they're nesting now.
Yeah, I'm that too. I mean, is it? I haven't kept up with what's going on in Canada enough to know, but I know they got some pretty big fires up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I wonder if is that gonna affect us, or I wonder if
it might. I have not kept up with it as I should have, just like you. And I'm thinking that if it's in the prairie regions, or in the boreal forest, it's going to hurt. And I mean, the conditions right now are looking great, at least as of March 31st, in this the magazine. But after those fires, I don't know.
I mean, don't they start shooting geese in like September? Like, isn't that's when their big season starts, ain't it?
Some of us, yeah. A lot of it's September, October, yeah.
What is that?
Saskatchewan.
Yes.
Let's see here. Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors is in the house tonight. Craig Calder is here. Jeff was saying there's no regional anymore here as far as the duck calling contest. That's kind of weird. That's it. I'm just kind of flipping through the magazine tonight, but I will say, I was actually surprised when I looked at this magazine as I was flipping through it. They have a duck dog section, and they're calling for best of the breed, and their top 6 duck dogs are the Labrador Retriever, the American Water Spaniel, which I found that unusual, Golden Retriever, Chesapeake Bay Retriever, the Boykin Spaniel. Now, all of those I can understand, but then the last one, which really got me, which I thought was the most interesting, is the German wire hair pointer, as in the best in the breed Delta duck dogs. I thought that was because, yeah, right here, right there. And where's she at? Right there. There's the German wire hair where my finger's at. I thought that was kind of wild. But as far as Jeff had asked me how Bougie's doing. we're just having a little setback right now. She's getting a little, or she doesn't want to pay attention. They're very extremely smart dogs, and I think she's losing her attention span. So I'm gonna have to up the ante and put her on an e-collar. So I purchased one. I got one. The old e-collar I had, I can't find the transmitter for it. I cannot find it, so I ended up buying a new one. Hey Tina, how you doing? So got that. Was going to start her today. However, I got to work at 7 this morning, and I literally clocked out at 7 tonight. So, and to be honest, I got out from under this desk, and I walked in the bedroom and I took a 20-minute nap. Yep, that's the puppy coming out in her. Yeah, yep. I mean, she's only 4 months old, right? But when she's on the leash, she does really well. When she's on a leash or the check cord, she does good. But you take her off of it, and she just goes hog wild. So, in order for me to have control, I went ahead and got an e-collar to help the control on. So, we got a few new people in here. That first time I've seen them. If they're still here, let's see if I can find their names again. I'm bad at names, y'all. I'll tell you straight up. Kylie Riffle, I don't know if I pronounced that right. If you're still here, tell us where you're from. Just kind of curious. Jay Bridgers, if you're still here, tell us where you're from. I don't see if I don't think
I think that Jay's from Georgia.
Dave Char. Garchar. I'm butchering that name, dude. I'm sorry. If you're still in here, let me know where you're from. Just kind of curious. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you coming in. This isn't a waterfowl channel; it's a duck hunting channel. We talk about duck hunting. We do talk about guns and ammo and decoys and dogs and what have you. You have questions or something you want to talk about? Just throw it up in the chat, and man, we'll get on it.
So what you thinking about shooting Saturday? Like 5-stand or like skeet? I've never done 5-stand.
Jay Bridgers, Jaybird, I think that's what he's saying. And RD's right, Screven County, Georgia, on the Savannah River. Okay.
I'm gonna go down there hunting with him this year. I'm gonna be going to Georgia to hunt with him.
Local, I'm gonna be here at least to 10 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time. That ought to be pretty cool. Matter of fact, I shot my first duck. My very first duck was shot on the Savannah River when I was 7 years old. And I am 58 now. Shot a teal, green winged teal drake. Shot two of them, actually. that morning. Right down Savannah River on the South Carolina side, right across from Savannah.
I know where we
Uh, but as far as Saturday, I'm thinking about shooting five, just going to 5 stand. I'm not worried about skeet. I'm just going to go to 5 stand and shoot a little bit and check myself on gun mount with this new gun and lead and that kind of stuff.
I'm just really impressed on the prices. I mean, when you told me the prices the other day, I mean, that's like,
oh yeah,
I mean, that's almost unreal.
Yeah, it's the Watery. I think it's the Watery shooting range, which is owned by the state, South Carolina, the state of South Carolina. It's run by DNR. It costs $5 to shoot a round, which is a round is 25 pigeons, 25 clays, and you know, I went out there the other day and I spent $10, shot 50, 2 rounds. And I just stayed right there at the 5 stand because I wasn't gonna move around a lot. I just wanted to sit there and practice and shoot that new gun. And now I definitely gotta get serious about it because I embarrassed myself. I embarrassed myself last Friday.
It's the chokes.
Yeah, I know. It's got to be and I'm shooting slower ammo, so bring that little tool with you when you come. And
another thing might be too, the weight. That old Belgium you got probably 8 pounds, and that new one's probably 7 pounds, and you might be pushing it.
You know what? That's funny because I was talking to one of my best friends Friday afternoon, and after I got back, and he said the same thing. He said you may have been pushing that gun too fast because it's lighter. It's lighter than the old Belgium, and I never, and it's a full choke. You got to remember that old Belgium is a full choke gun, and I just may have been pushing it too fast.
Now I know, I think it's Bradley or something starts with a B, Bradley or something like that. They make the end caps that are weighted that you can screw on to guns. I don't know if they make it for the new A5. I know they do for the Winchesters, but it adds that weight back, and now you get to change your balance point also.
Right. I don't know, man. I just think I need to get used to this gun. Period. I like the fit of it right now. Right now, I love the fit, and so.
I mean, when you take a pound off, man, a pound is a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I wouldn't be. I mean, I haven't seen your Belgium, but I would imagine that barrel on that new one is probably 2 inches longer and has a extended choke, which is now another inch. So it's probably 3 inches longer than your Belgium.
The Belgium is a 28-inch gun, or so it says. So, I haven't measured it, but when I show up Saturday, I'll have it. Matter of fact, I'll have all of them. Because when you pick up that Remington, you're going to go, oh Lord, I need a crane. That Remington is heavy, Bubba. That barrel on it is heavy, heavy, heavy.
Yeah,
but I can swing it like it's nothing. I get out in front of something, it's dead. I mean, it's just.
It probably don't kick either.
I don't think any of them kick. To be honest, the new gun. I mean, I felt a little bit of the recoil. And here's another thing. I think also is another problem is it's a 6-pound trigger pull. So I caught myself slapping the trigger, really, really trying to pull it back. So again, lighter gun, could be chokes, lighter gun, getting too far in front of it, actually, swinging too fast, and a heavier trigger. There's a lot of things, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on in there, and slower ammo, because I am shooting a dove load, and it's slower than what I normally shoot.
Winchester makes 3 different brands of ammo. They got the Winchester, the white box, the Winchester, the double A's, and then the Winchester double A Elite or competition. They're in that black box. And that Elite, I did not know to a month ago that there's a word, and I can't remember the word for it, but the hardness of the pellets. So the pellet in the white box is like 4% hardened, and then the pellets in the AAs are like 6%, but that Elite's like 8%. So they're going to hit harder with that lead. But I can't find none in stock nowhere. None. Nowhere online.
No, really.
Yeah. Alumonia or something. There's some chemistry word or whatever that word is that says how hard it hits them.
You got me. I have no clue.
I can't look it up on the internet because I'm driving, but it's on their website, and it starts with an A, but it's a percentage, and I'm sure somebody could comment. I can't. There's no I can't see comments on this side.
If it pops up, I'll let you know what it is.
But it starts with an A, and it's a percentage. Them cheap shells, the lead is not strong as higher as the. I mean, the box is like $10 for the cheap ones, and the good ones are like 16. So, but that's. That and the AAs you can reload where the white box does, I think called supers or whatever, you cannot reload them or you're not supposed to.
Right. I need to do a shout out real quick. Mark J. Larson, I appreciate what you're doing. As far as putting up the channel names, Tina, same thing. I appreciate what you're doing. Charles Holden says he shot the Rio 20 gauge for doves last season and was very impressed. I was shooting the other day, Charles. I was shooting whatever you want. I don't know how you want to pronounce it. Frankie, Frenchie, Fiocchi, whatever it is, shells. And, I've shot those in the past. But like I said, it's just I just think there's a lot going on with this new gun, and I just got to get used to it. And the only way to get used to it is get out and shoot, and pick a station. That's what I plan on doing. RD is I'm gonna pick a station on the 5-stand, and I'm gonna get it till I figure it out. That's all I'm gonna do.
I mean, you had me when you said let's go shoot some guns, and then we're gonna eat lunch afterwards. So
we're gonna eat lunch.
I'm in. That's shoot some guns and be able to eat. Now I'm in. Count me in.
Hey, if you want to, I'll hook the boat up and drag the boat, and we'll just go down to the river after that.
Sounds good to
me. just plan a day. I mean, we'll do something. We'll do something.
Well, if I drop off, it's because I lost my signal going down out of Winsboro.
All right. So,
if not, I'll talk to everybody later. But
if we lose you, we lose. If I understand, I think everybody understands you're driving, so no big deal. Now here's something.
Just don't keep me out like the kayak did.
Here's something in the Delta Waterfowl magazine that I am going to try. And it's called Duck and Herb Bologna. And I know, RD, you can't see it, but look at that. Doesn't that look good? I made bologna out of duck. I'm going to try that. I'm going to figure that out.
I don't know about that because duck, you kind of cook like a steak, and bologna, man, you gotta fry it up till it curls up. So I don't know.
No, man, you're gonna make bologna out of the duck meat. You're gonna grind it up and add all the stuff to it, and then once it gets all ground up and you get everything together, you're gonna roll it just like a stick of bologna, and then you're gonna put it in the refrigerator till it gets, hard, and you just slice a piece off and make you a sandwich. Charles Holden is saying it's nasty. Swamp Rat, of course, he'll eat anything, and he says it sounds good. Going back up to about shells, Jeff Barris is saying, I shoot teal steel from Kent at Doves. Okay. And Craig saying he uses Rio for ducks and he loves them. But I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna get some ducks. Hopefully, I get enough ducks this year. I can make me some duck bologna. I mean, if it's good, it's good. If it ain't, well, it ain't. But I think a lot of people, when it comes to eating ducks, they get so focused in on, taking the breast out of them, butterfly them open, put cream cheese, jalapeno, wrap them in bacon, marinate them in zesty Italian dressing, throw them on the grill for 3 to 4 minutes on each side, and they eat them. And I like trying different things. That's why I came out when I did the shotgun shells, the wood duck smoked shotgun shells. And a lot of people said, man, I don't know if that's going to taste. I'm going to tell you something. That was tasty. That was some good stuff. Mark J. Larson says he's got a new sous vide and watched a great video on cooking duck breasts. So going to be duck hunting for this year for sure. I want a sous vide. I want one bad. I think I could just do all kind of cooking on that with that. I think it'd be a great addition, especially cooking wild game. Teal steel for dove and teal, then boss for regular duck season, what Jeff is saying. Swamp Rat in Florida is saying variety is good. I think so too. And I watched a podcast. It was a video podcast the other day, and I'll say it straight up. It was Zero Duck 30, and which I do like those guys. If y'all haven't seen their videos, I doubt very seriously they'll ever come to my video, to my live stream, or they even watch my stuff. But they got some good videos, and it's a father and son team most of the time, and they do a podcast. And if you haven't watched it or listened to it, you really need to. They got some good stuff on there. And they were talking to Gerard from outside the levees. And now Gerard is a Cajun. I mean, he's down there in Louisiana, and he was saying the same. He was, the way he was, man, all a duck needs is wrap it in bacon, throw it on the grill. And I'm paraphrasing all that, but I'm thinking to myself, dude, no, there's so much you can do with ducks that's different, that brings out different flavors, a whole new different experience to cooking wild ducks. Don't get me wrong. There are days when, grilled duck is that's what I want, and that's what I'm going to have. But you know, there's so much more you can do with it. It may take you a little bit longer. You may have to prep for it. You know, duck fajitas. I love duck fajitas. You know, it's just something different. Swamp Rat, if you make duck fajitas, and if you have not tried Meat Church fajita seasoning, you really need to try that. That is some good stuff, buddy. Some good stuff. Go ahead, Artie.
What's your favorite duck to eat?
The duck itself, from the way I cook it.
Both.
My favorite duck to eat is a wood duck, or as I call them, summer ducks. My favorite way to cook them, which I have not done a video on this, because it does take some time, would be a recipe that I got from somebody else, and they called it chocolate duck, and it was absolutely delicious. It's basically pot roasted duck with a very dark gravy, and that's where you get the word chocolate, because the gravy looks chocolate looks like chocolate. So Mark is saying he's got his sous vide on Amazon, and after the rebates for $43, send you a link. Okay, man, do that. Okay, you're gonna check. Yeah, I'm telling you, Swamp Rat. I'm gonna tell you, I have switched all. You know, I've made my own seasonings before. You know, some come out good, some come out bad, some you got to play with. I've tried a lot of different seasoning, and somebody turned me on to Meat Church, and no, they're not a sponsor. I wish they would be, but I started using nothing but Meat Church seasonings. I mean, everything from when I'm cooking ducks or deer meat or any wild game to when I'm doing my pulled pork, smoking a Boston butt, ribs, you know, briskets, hamburgers, steaks. I literally have gone to Meat Church. Now, the only other seasoning that I like outside of Meat Church, and for my steaks, especially my ribeyes, and that is Montreal steak seasoning. That's why I'm going to use that regardless. But Meat Church, man. I'm gonna tell you, I like their stuff, dude. You go look up in my cabinet, and that's what it's full of. Everything else is gone. Woodies or whistlers are good. I like blue wing teal, or Jeff's favorite. I like blue wing teal. They're musty. I think green wings are better, personally. But my favorite duck to eat would definitely be a wood duck or summer duck, whatever you want to call them. But those ducks right there are my favorite to eat. What's going on, bro? Yeah, I know, man. I need to make this recipe, but I need some whole ducks. I need some teal. And I didn't shoot any last year.
I got some in the freezer.
Are they whole or breasted?
No, they breasted out.
Yeah, I need whole ducks to make this chocolate duck. You need, the best thing to do is make them with teal, because they're small, but you need them whole. And if I ever can get some teal, and I only need 4. I mean, seriously, 2 I could do it with 2. Put it to you like that. So if I ever get a couple of teal, I'm going to make a video on making that chocolate duck, because it is absolutely out of this world. My second favorite way to cook ducks is, again, a lot of prep work, a lot of time involved, but is to make those shotgun shells. And those things, dude, I hurt myself. Last time I made them, I hurt myself eating them. They're that good. Hold on one second. Let's see here. Well, I would ask you the question, RD, but you've only been hunting a few days. I say a few days. You've only been hunting a few years. But I'll ask the chat. If you've been hunting more than, let's say, 20 years, there goes RD. He is gone. We lost signal. But if you've been hunting more than 20 years, sound off in the chat room. And let me know, do you think we're in the good old days now, or do you think that 20 years ago was better? Just out of curiosity. We're talking duck hunting. And I'm talking about numbers that you've seen, numbers that you've harvested, the whole gamut. I mean, don't hold nothing back. I mean, less hunters, more hunters, anything and everything. Charles, wait a minute. Let's see here. We're putting in a goose blind this week on the new land. Geese numbers are right now is very good. Charles Holden says, since 1983, I think he's been hunting since 1983. I think we have seen better days in past years. Craig Calder said the 90s were the best. Mine would have been the late 70s and very early 80s were my best years. And I would say the 90s would be running in number two. 37, Jeff is saying 37 years. I think they decoyed better long ago, but not as much pressure back then. I would definitely have to agree with you. I think it was just a lot less pressure. And I know we didn't have all the private stuff out there as much. Still had it, but I don't think we had as much. I think isn't Delta having a big to do next month? I think they got I think they're going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas. next month. Got a big to do. Craig Holder, 40 years for me, a lot less Skybusters. Yeah. Yes, I agree with you on that one. 100%. And I say that because, my generation growing up, Daddy would hand us a handful of shells and said, use them wisely. And when you're out, you're out. Nowadays, I'm not saying that kids don't work or don't work for their stuff. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of them out there that mom and daddy do buy their stuff and they keep, they keep doing it. '83 was your first year of duck hunting. I graduated high school in '83. Kind of flipping through this not catalog, but this Delta Waterfowl magazine to see if there's anything in here that we could. There's a lot of things we could talk about, but just seeing what kind of perks my interest. Nowadays, it's Sitka Browning and black. Hey, now I own a Browning. I got a Browning. I got several Brownings. But yeah. And I tell you what, we all laugh about Sitka. I mean, they do make some great clothes. And good Lord, it's so expensive. And I do know that they make all brown. I personally just don't like the camouflage pattern that Sitka has. I just don't like it. If I had the money, I would probably buy Sitka waders. That's I'm having a hard time thinking about $1,000 at one time for a pair of waders. Internet, and I'm one of them. And I'm one of them, Jeff. But I hope that if I do this, and what I do is I'm trying to teach them the right way, and teaching them, don't sky bust, get them into that magic range of 25 to 35 yards, closer if you can, You don't always have to blow a duck call, blow your lungs out. Ducks, which is really funny because ducks, they don't have that much range, and wild ducks don't call a lot like, I hit 5.7, maybe even a 9 note, but that's about it. I'm not saying that those high ball, those long note calling is not going to attract something. No, I am not teaching the art of sky busting. I've stretched a few shots, but it's generally on a day when nothing's and I get frustrated. But no, man, sky busting, you hit a duck, it flies off, it dies somewhere, and you've lost that resource. Oh, goodness. Being text. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. What else we got in here? But yeah, I kind of hope what the stuff that I'm doing is teaching them the right way. And there's a lot of guys out there that are doing the same thing, teaching the right way. I think whether you like them or not, where you think, whatever, but the Duck Commander crew, with what they're doing, and that's all of them. I'm not talking about the Duck Dynasty funny show. I'm talking about the actual Duck Commander. With Justin Martin doing his thing on YouTube now, John Godwin doing his thing, Stone doing his thing. You got Joel Strickland, I think is doing a wonderful job teaching the right way. Oh Lord, look here, ladies and gentlemen, from the swamps of South Carolina, the PD River. Let's give a big warm welcome to Local Life Outdoors. What's going on?
What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. Just hanging out. I see you got a partner with you tonight.
Yeah, this is my fishing partner, Cothing.
Hey, Colton, how you doing, buddy? Good.
I'm gonna have him out on the river this weekend.
Well, I've been kind of watching your stuff off in the sidelines, man, and you're catching some fish right now.
Yeah, the water's been kind of low, but we still managed to catch a few.
Right. Let's see here. Will Sykes, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Mark J. Larson say I'm going to be hunting wood ducks this fall. Yes, they are tasty. So what you got planned? I mean, y'all, I know you're going fishing, but any other big plans coming up?
Yeah, just trying to add, improve the channel a little bit, get a little better. I'm trying to get my editing a little bit better and add a drone to my channel, show a little different views to the PD rivers.
I want one bad, dude. I just spent a bunch of money on a dog and a new gun. And I'm like, and I need a new pair of waders this year.
What kind of waders you gonna get?
I am probably gonna go back to high and dry. I really do like them. The ones that are right where are they at? Right over there. There you go, right there.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with them, but I do want another pair. They finally came out with the big boy waders. And that's hard for me to find, dude. I mean, I'm fat, and at 300 pounds and you're trying to pull waders up, and I'm out of breath by the time I get them up over me,
Yeah. I swapped over to the Rogers waders, and I love them. I use the breathable waders.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had a pair, and when I could get them on, I loved them. But the boot would collapse on me when I was trying to put them on.
Oh, okay.
And but I did. I matter of fact, I just threw them. I mean, I wore them out, dude. I mean, I literally wore them. I wore holes in them. But before the seams started coming apart, the boot would just collapse on me. I'd be sitting there, and I roll my waders down, so it's just the boot showing,
Yeah.
And I would slide my foot in there, and it just would not go. And
That's that big
And
old foot.
it would just collapse. I mean, the back of the boot would just collapse in itself. And I'm sitting there in the parking lot jumping up and down like a fool, trying to get these things on. And that's why I switched over to High and Dry. And their boot is so much sturdier. Now, these are strictly breathable waders. There's no liner.
Oh, okay.
So they're strictly breathable, but the boot is very, very, very sturdy. I mean, very sturdy. And I like them. I really do. But they finally came out with a big boy pair, and they actually call it Big, B-I-G. I'm like, yeah, that's what I need to get. That boy in Axe Waterfowl. AIX Waterfowl out of Florence.
Okay.
Are you familiar with him?
No, I'm not.
I think his name is Eric Matthews. He has a little internet deal. He sells hats and shirts and stuff. And he's got waders that are zip front, kind of like a gator wader.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to put on a pair of those last year at the Sportsman's Classic. And, I don't know what I was doing wrong. I mean, there's only one way to put on a pair of waders that I know of. And I could not get them. I could not get them on. And I really, he said, yeah, they'll fit you, man. If they fit me, they'll fit anybody. And he's a big boy too. And I could not get them things on. I was sitting at the Sportsman's Classic, rolling around on the ground.
Hey, I love to see that.
Yeah, a lot of people saw that. I just could not get them on. I know some people, they like Tide Wee. I just had a bad experience with one of their blinds, and I went, I just did. I said, nope, I ain't sorry. But I think there's a lot of good wader companies out there. But I do know with these, the seams, most companies will seam their stuff 2, maybe 3. High and Dry seams them 5. So you got five layers of tape.
That's a lot better.
And now they are not warm. You better layer up.
It don't get that cold around here anyway. Just a few mornings out the year.
Yeah, and do you know what's Matt's last name? Matthew. Oh, he runs the Public Pursuit Waterfowl podcast.
Okay, I watched him or two.
He's from your area, and I went hunting with him not last year, but the year before, and he got out of the truck, and I swore I thought he was wearing shorts, and I'm like, whoa, Bo, it's a little too chilly for shorts. But he had on a pair of first layer, like really, breathable type material pants, almost like a long john, but it was, is made out of breathable material. And he stripped his shorts off and he put on a pair of fleece, another pair of like fleece long johns, and then put his shorts on top of it. And I said, dude, you not cold? He goes, not when I wear these, not when I wear it like this. So last year I did the same thing. And I think there was one day that I actually got cold, and that's because it was down and everything was froze up. Where we were hunting at, I mean, literally everything was froze up. But he layers, and I tried it, and it worked better than wearing those thick, bulky fleece pants and stuff.
Yeah.
So I could get away with the, with the strict breathable.
Might have to get you fishing sometime or another.
I want to bad. I want to bad. I was thinking, I was watching you catching the shell cracker the other day, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, they fun to catch.
Let's see. I'm kind of catching up to the chat here a little bit. Guys, okay, Anti has put up your link to your channel. Great, thank you, Anti.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see here. I think Rogers is a frog tog waiter. Yes,
Yeah.
I do believe you're. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I've also been thinking about getting the frog tog 2.0 refuge. If John Godwin from Duck Commander can get into them, I should be able to.
Oh yeah.
He ain't much bigger than me. We're about the same height. So I don't know yet, but I'm leaning to the, back to the high and dry, because I know they work. These are 3.5 years old, and there's not. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with them. I just want a new pair, because I know good and well they're gonna, at the 4-year mark, something's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be in the middle of duck season.
See, the way it goes, then you can't find them.
Yeah. Why are they putting me on they got me on a group chat? Man, this thing is about to drive me crazy.
That's because you imported.
Oh no, it's my family. They're showing baby pictures of some young, and I'm like, but yeah, I want to get up there and go fishing with you, man. You're right up the road, literally right up the road.
Yeah, I'm not far.
Huh?
I say I'm not far. I just fish, little PD mostly.
Right. I got to get me another boat. I get a boat like yours unless you got an extra one.
I got 2 of them.
You can film me rolling it. You said it can't be rolled.
It won't sink.
Watch me go under. Well, what's the duck hunting look like this year?
I've been seeing a lot of ducks, when I was out fishing, a good bit this year.
A lot of summer ducks.
Yeah.
Ducks.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I hope they have a good year. I'm ready for them, to be quite honest. I am so ready. All I want to do is just get out there. I'm tired. I'm already tired of the heat, and we ain't even got to August yet.
How about your dog? How's your dog doing?
She's doing good. She's getting hard-headed, but that's the puppy in her.
Right.
And she's just over 4 months. On leash and check cord, she does really good. But as soon as I take it off of her, she's off into the wind. So I purchased a new e-collar for her. I was going to work her this afternoon, but I didn't get off work till 7, and I had to take a nap. I put in almost 14 hours a day, and I needed a nap. So I wanted to get a nap before I came on tonight. So hopefully tomorrow morning when I wake up, we're going to go outside, and she's going to get the shock of her life. It's just, I have no, what's going to happen. But I got a conditioner to it, so it's just going to be very, very short sessions. We're going back to school, so to speak, because I've got her sitting, heeling, retrieving, and even placing on a stand. But as soon as I take the collar off, she's gone. I mean, and she won't listen. So we're going back to school with sitting. We're going back to school with come here,
Yeah.
sit, stay. We're going back to school, but we're going to introduce the e-collar.
What kind of e-collar did you get?
I got the DT systems.
Yeah.
I was looking at that in the Sport Dog from Simpson's Hardware in Sumter.
Yeah.
They had both, and the Sport collar, I want to say the one they had was like 500 yards, and the DT was 1,100 yards. So her being a pointer, and I am going to train her later, later on in the year with birds and quail and stuff. I wanted to be able to give her that distance,
Right.
I didn't, because 500 yards is, I mean, let's face that's kind of short going after quail. So I wanted to give her that a double and it was the same price, 1,100 yards versus 500 yards, same price. And they both do the same thing that you want. I mean, they got the nick, they got the vibrate, and they got the continuous, both of them.
Yeah.
Just one has a longer distance. And I went, that's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah. I got a Garmin Alpha. Just because, right? I do coon hunting and squirrel hunting too. So kind of, mix it up with a little bit of everything.
Speaking of coon hunting,
oh yeah.
That was given to me over the weekend. Boy bought it. It's brand new. He said, "Man, it keeps falling off my head." I said, "Here, take it." I went, "Okay." I'll take it and put it wear it when I'm running the boat at night as an extra light. But that's definitely ain't gonna hunt out of it. You would definitely need a chin strap. That thing is all kind of wobbly.
You get used to it.
But yeah, so that's how she's coming along. I think in about if I can start training her in the morning. And hey, Cody, how you doing? I think by if she picked everything else up really, really quick, and I think once I start training her on the e-collar, give me about 10 days to 2 weeks. I'll have her conditioned, and I can start taking her back off a leash and lead or in check cord, and really, really start working her. Because I don't, like a lot of guys, I don't like a dog going crazy when you're at the boat ramp. And, guys are yelling at their dogs to come to them. I won't mind to come to me when I call them,
I've been out, duck hunting early in the morning and people hollering at dogs across the water, across the swamp we hunting at. And,
yep.
It's kind of messes up the hunting.
Yep. I don't want a dog just running up and down the boat, Can't stand that. It's dangerous for the dog. It's dangerous for the people.
That's right.
So I'm hoping, like I said, in anywhere from 10 days to 14 days, I should have her conditioned. And once that happens, I can start taking her off a lead and, start working her longer distance. And then I need to wait. Let's see, she's 4 months, a little over 4 months. We are going to spade her at 6 months. So that'll be in, close to August. So I kind of want to get force training out of the way, or at least start with some force fetching before that happens, because she'll be down for a week, I think they said 3 to 5 days should be down.
Yeah.
Or maybe even longer, depending. So I kind of want to get that started. Let's see here. Just asking what brand of e-collar. I got a DT Systems. DT Systems. So, I think she's coming along. We just got a little setback that we got to work out, but I think we can get it done. She's smart, dude. Oh my gosh. And she gets bored very, very easy. So.
Well, I appreciate you letting me come on here. I'm gonna get off here and give someone else a chance to come up on panel.
Okay, bud.
I'll still be watching. I got you pulled up on the big TV.
Anytime that you're in the chat room and you want to pop up, just give me a holler, man. Come on up.
Man, I appreciate it too.
You got an open invite, brother. Listen, I appreciate you coming in. Guys, if y'all don't have him, go ahead and get him now. The man catches more brim and shellcracker than you can shake a stick at. It's just all there is to it, man. I think he uses dynamite, and he just doesn't record that because he scoops them up out of the water with a net. Anyway, all right, brother. Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right. Let's see. Cody's here, and they got the walleyes are biting. He's enticing Mark to make a trip up there. Anyway, getting back. So getting back to Bougie for a little bit, I guess, unless somebody else has a question if I missed any questions while I was talking, sorry about that. Just ask them again. But I hope, like I said, hopefully tomorrow I'm going to get back into with Bougie, but with the e-collar this time. I tried to do it over the weekend, and for those of y'all who have never used an e-collar, here's my take on them. Number one, it is not a training collar. It is a correction. It is used only for correction. So you've got to train your dog on the sit, heel, come, stay, on leash, and then when you're transitions, whatever, you don't know what I'm talking about. When you're going over to the e-collar, you got to put them back on the lead and whatnot so that they understand. So when you tell them sit and you're going to lift up on the lead on the choke collar, that pressure, that's when you give them a nick, and it kind of makes them understand that this is what this is. When you say whatever your here or come signal is, you got to give them a little tug on the leash and then hit them a nick that tells them to come on. Exactly, Jeff. It's an extension of the leash. I'm doing that, Cody. I've had enough. So you got, so if you've never used an e-collar, you got, your dog has to know what your commands are before you start using it. And that's number one. Number two, if that transmitter says to use a lithium battery, doggone it, buy yourself a $20 lithium battery, because you will not get any current through that thing. Trust me, I found that out the hard way over the weekend. I had that thing up to level 10 and it wasn't even doing anything. I'm like, what the heck? And realized that I didn't have a lithium battery in it. I had a regular 9-volt. I just don't have the current. So I went and got a lithium and tried it out. And then I woke up about an hour later on the other side of the room trying to figure out where I'd been. Yeah, it does work. Cody said he's so dang tired that he's off the rails. Yeah, you're off of something, buddy. Oh. What else? But yeah, so we're gonna start on that tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow morning. And we're gonna go to 2 training sessions a day, one in the morning, one in the evenings. And I want to get her. I want to push this along. I don't want to go too fast, but I want to go fast enough that she gets it. So, because I am going to hunt with her come October. Come October, she will be sitting beside me. Been fishing all day after working all night. You're done. I hear you. Hey, Cody, I have a question. And it's a serious question because, I don't keep up with sports that much. But does Montreal still have the Expos, or are they now somebody else? I'm asking for a friend. I want to go fishing soon, relaxing time. I have videos. The Washington Nationals. Okay. Well, they are the Nationals, I believe, since the early 2000s. Well, see, I didn't know that. Cody, I went to the Braves, my first Major League Baseball game ever in my entire life. I went Saturday. It was the Braves against the Nationals, and I had the best time. It was my first Major League game. Yeah. I had a great time, dude. I don't keep up. I mean, I like to watch baseball just to watch it. I don't know who's on the teams. Oh, no problem, Anti. I was just I didn't care who answered it, to be honest with you. I don't keep up with who's playing on the teams anymore. I quit that a long time ago. I just like to watch them. And but if I had to go to a game, then it would have to be the Braves, and it was the Braves that were playing. They were playing the Washington Nationals, and I mean, bottom of the first pitch, first batter, smacked it out of the park. Man, you couldn't ask for a better. After that, I didn't care what happened. I had a great time. It was a great time, and of course, the Braves won. So, if any of you Braves guys are out there watching this in the dark, know that I went to my first ever Major League Baseball game, which was the Braves, and y'all won. I should get at least some free tickets out of the deal. Mackenzie Gore was the Nationals pitcher. He's from Whitesville. Okay, all right. He's from right there where you're at. Oh, goodness. But yeah, we had a great time. Great time. It was. I would go back, even though it was in Atlanta, and I really do not like the city of Atlanta. I would travel back there again to watch another game. I just had a lot of fun. So, but I've got a lot of videos, man. I got videos of fishing. I've got videos of went for a ride the other day and saw deer and turkeys and pigs, all kind of alligators, all kind of stuff the other day, and I just ain't had time to do any editing. The Braves roughed up McKenzie, roughed him up, but he is still a very good pitcher. Oh, listen. Yeah, they roughed him up, and yeah, he hung in there. He did. I mean, he did. I thought he did. I mean, it is what it is. Oh goodness. I am 5 hours from Atlanta. I am 5 hours from Atlanta. I had to go pick Josh up, old Swamp Goose. He's the one that got the tickets, and that was my Father's Day present, I guess. He got the tickets for the game, and I went and picked him up where he lives, and he lives about 4.5 hours. I didn't get home till Sunday morning at 1:00 in the morning. When I got home, to say the least, I was tired. But I had in the ballpark. If you've never been to the Atlanta ballpark, again, this is my first time ever at a game, and I'm assuming that they're all kind of somewhat similar. But I mean, there was a city there was a city inside the city, so to speak, around that ballpark. More food you can shake a stick at, all kind of stuff, things to do, and then of course you get into the game. So, Will Sykes, you're getting your puppy this fall. Good deal, man. Good deal. But anyway, let's see here. What else is there? Well, if you've been following the channel, I know I got a new gun. I got the new Browning Sweet 16. Love it. I just need to shoot it some more. It's different. It is not your granddaddy's original A5. It is lighter. Got a heavy trigger pull. I need to practice more with this gun. Man, I need to practice with it. So hopefully Saturday, and some of y'all that maybe didn't hear earlier, and that are from the South Carolina area, myself and RD Reynolds has a channel, RD Reynolds Outdoors. We're going to meet Saturday morning at the Watery shooting range. That is going to be that's going to be on Highway 378 between Sumter and Columbia, more toward Sumter. We're going to meet there at 9:00 in the morning when the doors open. We'll be there for, I'm assuming, a couple hours. We're going to sit there and shoot a little bit and maybe go for a boat ride afterwards. I'll have to see what happens. But go get something to eat after that. So any of you guys that are close and want to join us, feel free, come on out. Like I said, we're going to be out there Saturday morning. Just go out and shoot some skeet. All right, Will, take care of yourself, buddy. So anybody wants to come out, join us, come on. We're just going to have some fun. We're going to shoot some and shoot some plays. Maybe go get some lunch afterwards. Hoop and holler a little bit. All right, Charles, you take care of yourself, man. Give me a holler as soon as you can. Let's see here. What else? Still got some hats. So if y'all, anybody interested in a hat, still got hats. We got a few left. I'd like to get rid of them. If I hit the lottery, you'll try. Well, let me know, Jeff, and I'll come pick you up in Columbia. What else? That's pretty much about it, man. Trying to get I asked Chris from Duckalope Outdoors, but he's out there fishing somewhere, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bruce from Foul Play, he's got some family things he's doing tonight, so hopefully next week we'll get a crew together on here on panel. That's what at least I'm hoping. Have some fun, talk about ducks, talk about conservation, talk about eating, whatever. What else? Everybody's dwindling. Yeah, buddy, you got to email me. Actually, I got it sitting over here. I even pulled one out just to make sure. You're dwindled. You're out of here, Cody. All right, man. Get you some rest. Greg saying, Mr. James wants us to put in for a party hunt at this year at Madame Mesquite. Okay. So I guess when Craig, what I have to do is when I order my license, I know I'll be getting the Swan permit this year. I got to put in for a Madame Mesquite hunt, for a party hunt. No worries, Jeff. Hopefully I can get that. That should be coming out at what, in end of July, 1st of August. I need to get on some teal. What I need to do, I need some teal this year. I got so many good duck recipes for teal, and I want to cook some. I'm glad you do, Mark. I really am. I like mine. I'm wearing this thing out, man. It's going to be tough come duck season, man, because I don't know if I'm going to wear this hat or if I'm going to get some more made up just so I can duck hunt in them. I'm thinking about getting a full covered panel hat and in a camouflage pattern and putting the logo on it. Come on up. I'll get you on some teal. I need to. I do. We're going to be, I know in September, I'll be hunting with Craig up there for the goose season, dove season. If the teal are there, we're going to shoot. I know your WRC number. Okay. I don't even know what the WRC number is, but okay. I'll get with you about it later. Why have I not modified a hat for Bougie yet? She's trying to modify this one. She jumps in my lap sometimes, but the first thing she does, she grabs this bill and starts gnawing on it. She won't wear it. I tried to put this one on her head just to see what happened, and she freaks out. But Keaton Timmons, you have a 2-year-old GWP. Awesome, dude. This is my first one. And welcome to the channel, man. Where are you from? Like to know where you're from, dude. This is my first GWP. I've trained lab, and I'm not a professional dog trainer by no means. The only thing I've ever owned was labs, and I wanted something different, and this came along, and I was able to get her, and so I'm I'm not saying it's in a learning curve. I think all dogs can be trained the same, but it is a little bit different. I will have to say that. It is different from a lab. I can tell you that. But we're having fun. From Kentucky, living in Maryland, travel around. Okay. Well, welcome to the channel, dude. Glad you're here. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button for me real quick. Help me out a little bit. But she, like I said, she's my first one. We're having a good time. I will say that she gets bored very easy, and then loses, and that's just the puppy in her, and then loses her train of thought. But we're hoping to work that through. She's, I know that I got her, she's starting to teeth a lot more. So as far as her retrieving, she's almost quit it because I think it hurts her teeth. They're awesome dogs. My favorite thing is they will hunt anything you are. Yes. That is one of the reasons. The other reason is after, let's see, I'm 58, so over 50 years of duck hunting, I've never seen a GWP in a duck blind, and I wanted something different. I did. I just wanted something different. If you've been following this channel, I've been wanting a poodle, a standard hunting poodle. I just couldn't afford them. They cost way too much. And this litter of puppies came out, and a friend of mine told me about them. I went and picked them up. I thought was a reasonable price. And, I'm not going to breed her. I'm not going to breed her. I'm not going to field trial her. I'm not going to try to get a master hunter out of her. She is strictly family and my hunting dog. I'm not a breeder, and I'm not a professional trainer, but I am going to work her on ducks first, and then hopefully at the end of this duck season, at the end of January, I actually have some friends who live in Kentucky, and he is a professional dog trainer, and he's going to finish her out on quail and pointing after the duck season. So I'm gonna have her raring to go, hopefully raring to go in October to go along with me and hunt. These will be hunts that I'm probably gonna hang my gun up in the tree. Number one, I'll be trying to film, trying to work a dog, and trying to shoot and call, and that's just gonna be fairly tough. So the plan is to hang the gun in the tree and film and work her. All right, Craig, have a good night, man. Appreciate you coming in. Give me a call later. Give me a call tomorrow. That's what I plan on doing. As the season progresses, we'll go from there. And just see what happens. But the plan is come end of January, I'm gonna take her to get trained for upland birds, because I've never, well, I shouldn't say that. When I was a kid, we had bird dogs, and I have not trained a bird dog since I was a kid. So I don't even want to say that I know what I'm doing there. So I want to take her somewhere and have it done. Yes, and that's what everybody tells me. As a matter of fact, I was talking about them earlier. Delta Waterfowl in their new magazine that just came out that I got in the mail the other day, or just the other day. They were talking about dog breeds, and they picked 6 dog breeds, and the GWP was one of them as duck dogs. Surprised me, because I've never, I mean, all the years I've duck hunted, I've hunted over labs, golden retrievers, or we call them swamp poodles, Boykins, Chesapeakes. I've even hunted over a standard hunting poodle, but I've never hunted over a GWP ever. I've seen them, in on bird hunts, quail hunting, but I've never seen one in a duck blind. And now I'm finding out there's a lot more of them than you think. They are more popular out west and Midwest because of the upland bird opportunities in those areas. I got you. Jeff Bear says, I haven't seen one around here. Yeah, I just I've never seen one. I mean, I've seen them in, bird hunting, and most of the bird dogs that we have around here are going to be either your English pointer or an English setter. Some still have the Irish setters, but most of the time around here we have English pointers and setters. So, but everybody I talk to that has a GWP or knows something about them, man, they tell me the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Oh, you got a channel? Keaton, you have a channel? Anti, good job. Yeah, you have. Is it under Keaton Timmons? Okay. You have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, any of that stuff? I got all of it, dude. Just look under Daddy Duck 365. You can find me anywhere. But I'll look it up, man. I'll look it up when we get off here tonight. Filmed a turkey hunt this year, but going to wait until next spring to upload it. I got you. Okay. You follow me. I follow you almost. Okay. All right. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I really do. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. But getting back to Anti's question a while back, why haven't I put a hat on her? I've tried, and she just won't let me do it. But I've got something that I may be working on once she gets a little bit bigger. I was thinking about getting a dog vest for her. I am going to get a dog vest for her. But I'll have this logo on each side of it, possibly her name. That's something I've been thinking about. But they outgrow so much. They outgrow everything so much that I got to wait till she gets a little bit older. Like buying kids' clothes, man. They outgrow them in 6 months. I'm actually surprised she hasn't wandered in here tonight. She must be in the other bedroom with Mama. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Let's see. Momarsh VersaVest. They are built a little different than Labs. It's one of the only ones that fits my dog. Okay, I'll remember that. I'm gonna write that down. Momarsh VersaVest. Hey, Jeff, appreciate you coming in, man. Shoot me an email. Do it right now. Before you go to bed. Shoot me an email. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm real excited about her. I mean, I will say this. She has the best personality of any dog I've ever owned. I mean, she lives up to her name, Bougie. Got a great personality, smart as a whip. The only other dog I've had that I think is, as of right now, is as smart as her was a yellow lab, Gracie, who passed away a little over a year ago. And of course, I don't. There are going to be big shoes to fill if she's going to compete against Gracie. But she's very smart, very intelligent, and gets bored real easy, especially in training. If we're not doing something, I mean, 3 to 5 minutes, I better be done and playing, and then get her back. Maybe 10 minutes later, 3 to 5 minutes, and then she'll pick it right back up. But really, 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 so far, just an intelligent dog. She's going to hate me come tomorrow. I know it, especially with the e-collar, but she's got to learn. And, and I know right now, just the way she's just retrieving things to me now, that I'm gonna have to force fetch her. So that's another thing. We're gonna start force fetching probably in about 3 weeks. Teaching her, getting more into force fetch. Once she's e-collar conditioned, and I'm gonna have to start force fetching her, and I'll probably do that in the late evenings in the garage. I don't really have a table, so I'm gonna have to do it in the garage on top of one of the freezer chests. Oh, goodness. Well, guys, we've been here tonight, going on 2 hours. That is my limit. I do got to wake up in the morning, go to work, and I got to start with Bougie in the morning. We're going to start doing morning sessions and then afternoon sessions. I haven't done any filming of her lately. It's just really tough to self-film and try to do training in the backyard. But once she gets a little bit better, where I can get away from her without having a leash on her or check cord, I'm going to get back into filming her. Got a few videos that I'm thinking about. Product. I know I'm going to do a product review video. I just got to get it started. I got a fishing video that I've been trying to edit. There's a lot of footage, but wasn't a lot of fish. It's just a lot of footage to get to where I caught some fish. So I've got to get that edited out. And then I did my wife and I went on a drive last weekend and went through the Cothing Wildlife Refuge, saw some deer and turkeys and pigs and alligators and stuff. And I kind of want to put a video of that together, and got a couple other things I want to do. Try to get a video started this weekend with some shooting. Hopefully get that started. At least start getting some B-roll on that done. A lot of things I want to do, man. I just don't have enough hours in the day, it seems like, anymore. But listen, I hope y'all enjoyed tonight. I appreciate all you that came in, especially you guys that I've seen here for the first time. I appreciate y'all coming, man. I really do. Every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is usually when I do this live stream. We're just going to sit here and talk about ducks and dogs and whatever. Ask me questions. I'm trying to get a panel up, group of us to get together and have a panel that we can talk about all this stuff. More podcasty, I guess, kind of idea that I got going. So there it is. Again, I hope y'all have a good night. I hope you have a great week, and we will see y'all again on the next Daddy Duck 365. Y'all have a good night.